Let's dive into this, yo. He cheated on his wife and made a podcast about it. Interesting. Video by Omis.
I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, cheated on my wife with my producer. Represented myself as a kind of wife guy. I betrayed my spouse, co-workers, friends, family, and I betrayed you.
Not only did you having an affair it shattered our marriage, but it also
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Having an affair with your producer is crazy. What, though?
so all of that guilt and shame, you hoisted that on me. You gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society, you're put in that position. It's certainly not true.
What?
And no, it's not something that I imagined.
Hey, this guy, he just cheated on his wife and all of a sudden he's just out here acting like he's a victim. Bro, why you acting like a victim in this situation? And why, as a wife, ex-wife, by the way, why did you agree to even show up to this?
As I was doing that, I think none of it was.
Just take me out the group chat. Just take me out the group chat. I don't know why this happens, but just take me out the group chat. We as a society have this fascination with being added to group chats. Now, whether we do it voluntarily or involuntarily, it just continuously happens. And this time is no different than any other situation. Now, we've seen celebrities cheat before and we be added to the group chat of their discussion. I'm thinking of the Red Table Talk with August Alsina, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith with the entanglement situation. Now, this situation is similar, but also kind of different. That one had Jada Pinkett Smith, the woman in the situation, cheating and displaying that she was the narcissist to Will Smith, but also kind of exposed that he was a narcissist as well. This time, it is Ned from the Try Guys and his wife exposing how Ned is a narcissist, but maybe also his wife is? I don't know. Maybe it's more similar than I thought. Kind of got to be a narcissist in order to do your relationship content out there like this very intimate moment. Now, the reason why this fiasco that happened 3 years ago back in 2022 is so big is because the Try Guys were a staple on YouTube, one of the bigger channels with 8 million subscribers, part of the collective on BuzzFeed. And honestly, they were some of the most authentic content on the platform. Now, back in 2020, Ned got outed as cheating with his engaged secretary at the time and was ultimately voted out of the collective group.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys.
Suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him. So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee.
Now, any normal situation, you could probably get away with a little cheating, but there were two.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know nothing about these people, man. I just heard about them just right now or a few days ago, man. But dang, losing your job over cheating. I mean, I'm not condoning cheating by any means, but I don't think you have to take it there, man. To the point where a man gotta lose his job over that. I know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's wrong, but losing your job over there, that's kind of that's too much if you ask me, man.
Two things that made this crossover into a boundary that was probably way over the top. And first, there was the fact that, it dealt with somebody who was an employee, which is a super conflict of interest. And two, Ned was a wife guy. That's what he claimed to be. He was my wife.
I mean, it makes sense if the guy was really my wife. And all of a sudden, boom, cheat. It makes sense for a type of guy like him, that claims this wife guy persona and stuff. But I kind of get it. Man.
My wife. Type of dude. Now, naturally, this would rock the community. A staple, a guy who claimed to be a wife guy, a guy and a girl who people thought were just the pinnacle of relationship success, which I think is pretty strange that people tether themselves to these celebrity relationships. But nonetheless, this kind of hurt a lot of people. But I promise you, it did not hurt worse than listening to the cringe cast that they put on when they came back together. One of the weirdest things, but the thing that I love most about the internet is that, especially of these people who exist on the internet, you're gonna get both sides. The performance that is put on in this podcast, though, is one worth watching because it's just one of the strangest things that I consumed on a rather boring weekend.
All of that guilt and shame, you hoisted that on me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society, you're put in that position. We've like redefined our relationship, not as partners that are romantic partners.
Yeah.
Those sort of like, family or platonic partners and pals, if you want to say pals. Don't Google me.
Don't Google me.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. This is so cringe, bro. I don't know if it's me. This is just cringe.
Google me.
You
Just
probably don't want to
get to
Google
know me first.
Oh my.
Really,
I'm
you don't
cringing
want
as
to be just sort of seen as the sum of your mistakes for me, or the sum of your past for you.
People ask me, like, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And I mean, the answer is no, absolutely not. No, fuck no.
Now let's get one thing straight. Social media addiction is real. No,
I mean, let me be real with y'all, man. I understand it's hard to forgive someone for doing such an act, but what you should do, I think you should forgive them, because the moment you don't forgive someone for doing you anything wrong to you, I know it's hard, but you gotta learn to forgive at some point, because if you don't, it's gonna eat on you. So forgiving doesn't mean necessarily like bringing them back into your life and acting like everything's cool. It's just for your own well-being and for your mental health and stuff. Just learn to forgive. Then just, if you want, you can cut them off, but never let it make it to where it affects your thoughts. You feel me? You just gotta know how to navigate it. Forgive someone for your own sake, but not just because you want to forgive them as if that thing didn't happen, just so that your soul feels at peace.
not just for the consumers, but also for the creators as well. There is no reason that they should be having this very intimate conversation that is filled with cringiness and exposing of their true natures for public consumption. This is a very private act, but because they are so addicted to attention and clout, that's the only reason why they are putting this display on for people to see. Again, it's almost like we're the third person in the group chat and you can't just leave because it becomes a text message. iOS needs to do something about that. That has to stop. They start off by framing it as this is something that they need. And while I might agree with them, please take us out the group chat, because we aren't a part of that 10-year marriage with 2 kids that you had.
It's honest, vulnerable, brutal, but it's necessary for her to move forward, and I'm grateful for the chance to witness it. As disappointed as we were that something so private and painful became such a public spectacle, I get why people were so outraged, and I understand that that is the reason that she can't move forward with any sort of public thing without addressing this. So this is that.
Now, the reason why they're claiming that they're putting on this whole spectacle is because they just can't move past this. I mean, wherever they go, whether they look left, right, up, down, they cannot get past the fact that Ned cheated. It's affecting both of them in their real life.
And for the last 3 years, I've just hidden behind the scandal. Now I can't get out from behind it.
Yeah, because it's a big step to like sit down and do what we're doing and to talk about it.
Right.
Nah, not talk about it online. Now, y'all, you know you all want some numbers. But one thing I would say, with situations like this, come on, you just forget about it, man. Don't let it be something that defies you and stuff. Just forget about it. Because the moment it's affecting her, it's because she always thinking about it. It's always in her head. If she, for once, put that thing out of her head, never think about it, she gonna be like, okay.
But even like going out in public with like my kids or just going out to dinner or something like that,
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing that people see is the scandal.
Yeah, I'm going to call cap on that one. I'm pretty sure that most people walking down the street don't know who you are. Going to dinner,
Facts.
don't care about who you and your kids are, aren't asking you about your husband. I think
You gotta understand this about life. People care about their problems than even you. They aren't even thinking about you. Most of the time, when we think people are thinking about us or what are they gonna think about me, they don't care. They just do them. They don't even care what you are doing or what's going on in your life. They care more about their life more than you. So why should you care enough to think what is someone thinking about? It's because of her own mindset and how she perceives the situation. It's because her thoughts are telling her. Maybe someone sees her, then they look at her for some reason, maybe they're attracted to her or something. Then they feel like, oh, maybe they're looking at me because of the cheating scandal and stuff. You feel me? But man, with that being said, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Make sure y'all sub. I appreciate it, man. Let's go. Road to 500 subs, by the way, man. Much and love and peace to y'all, man. Thank you for being out here. Exceptional G, man. Peace out.